And we're gonna have an interview here at the Squid Chapter II. Guys, you just came to France. This is your second time, Nesty. How are you liking it so far here?
두 번째로 왔는데 지금 어떤지 기분 어떤지요? 두 번 왔는데.
두 번, 일단 좋고 처음에 왔을 때도 되게 좋았는데 지금 두 번째 또 와서 또 좋고 또 여기서 너무 잘해줘서 좀 편하게 너무 잘 있어서 좋은 것 같아요 지금.
Well, actually, when he came the first time, it was amazing already, and we really liked it. And now actually, it's got even bigger. And Squid the staff members are really taking good care of them, of us. So they really like it.
Okay, maybe there is some sound problem, but yeah, I'm not sure. Dongregu, this is your first time to France, right? Any interesting stories? Like, have you tried any food or something that you really liked so far?
지금 너 프랑스 처음 온 거잖아. 그래서 지금 이때까지 뭐 재밌는 일이 있었는지 아니면 뭐 먹어본 거 있는지.
아 글쎄요, 그냥 한국 음식만 몇 번 먹고 나머지 호텔에서 좀 한 것 같아서 아직 프랑스의 맛있는 음식들을 먹어보지 못했지만 그래도 이렇게 프랑스 이렇게 건물들도 되게 예쁘고 이런 데를 또 구경하고 또 팬분들 앞에서 또 열정적인 팬분들 앞에서 경기해서 네 되게 기대돼요. 네.
Well, it's his first time in Paris and in France in general. There was no time yet to try some delicious French food. The only place we went were some Korean restaurants, but in general, like all the event and the people, the crowd, and it's just amazing. And tomorrow we have some time to do some sightseeing. So.
Okay. Now I have a question for both of them. They are both some of the strongest ZVZ players in the world, and how do they feel about this Iron Squid? They might have to play one or two ZVZ. Or
형이랑 소랑 같이 ZVZ가 제일 세잖아요, 둘이 다. 즈역션이 세인데 어떻게 생각하는지 이 아이언스까지 와서 지금 즈역 사실 3명이고 테란 1명인데 어떻게 생각하는지.
네, 사실 수호랑 승현이만 아니면 할만하다 생각하는데 얘네 둘이가 너무 저그전을 잘해서 좀 힘든 싸움이 될 것 같아요.
저는 그냥 평소에 테란전, 토스전보단 그냥 같은 유닛 가지고 하는 저그전이 자신 있어서 네 재밌는 경기 나올 것 같아요. 네.
Well, Nesty is saying as long as if it wouldn't have been live or Dongregu, he would be like confident to play them in the ZVZ. But because it's them, it's going to be pretty tough for him. And for Dongregu, it's like it's going to be for him. It's important is that he's going to show some good, entertaining matches.
They're being actually very respectful of each other and very mannered with these answers. Do you think it's possible to get a score prediction from both of them?
For the
Yes.
game, 몇 대 몇으로 될 것 같아 있어서 경기하면.
내가 한 3대1로 질 것 같아. 근데 내 바람은 내가 3대1로 이기고 싶은데 그러니까 누가 이기든 3대1로 서로 이기고 지고 할 것 같아.
네, 저는 그냥 3대2가 나올 것 같고 3대2였으면 좋겠어요. 네.
3-2?
Actually, Nesty said at the beginning that he thinks he's going to lose 3-1, and then Dongregu was like he was laughing, but Nesty thinks it's going to be like 3-1 either way for him or for Dongregu, and Dongregu said it's going to be 3-2.
All right. Well, very nice answers here from both of these players. Who would they rather play in the second match, whether they win or lose? Like, would they like to play one more CVC, or would they like to play Marine King?
어떻게 하시죠? ZVZ가 나아요, 아니면 테란전이 종훈이가 나아요, 아니면 라이프가 나은 것 같아요?
똑같은 것 같아 그냥. 어차피 저그전은 또 심리전으로 이용하면 되니까 빌드가 많이 있으니까 테란전도 뭐 나쁘지 않고 좋은 그냥.
네, 저도 두 선수 다 굉장히 공격적인 성향이라서 네, 그런 성향들이랑 게임하는 걸 굉장히 편하게 생각해서 두 선수 다 네, 상관없을 것 같아요.
Well, for both, actually, it doesn't matter who they play because in the ZVZ there are a lot of builds that Nesty can use, and if it's Terran, it's the same. And for Dongregu, because MKP and Live are both kind of like they like to push, like be the aggressive one, and that's something that I don't really like, fits to his playstyle. So it doesn't matter for him either who is going to play next.
All right. Thanks to you guys for joining me for this interview, and good luck in the tournament. Thanks to Rice for translating. We're going to pass it over to our two handsome casters, Kaldor and Wolf. Guys, take it away.
Welcome, guys, to the stream, and we are really excited about this.
Oh, yeah, man.
The
this
stage
is awesome. We have actually been following this tournament from the beginning, and now we're actually here in Paris. We got 4 players left. We're going to find out who's going to the grand final of the grand final.
I'm really excited. We already, we had rehearsals yesterday, and we looked at the screen, we saw the intros, but just now with this crowd, I'm really spoiled the last few days. I was in Poland first for IEM, and it was amazing with the crowd here. Now suddenly I'm in Paris, and those guys, if possible, they're even better. It's crazy. Both crowds here in Europe were simply amazing, and this is only the start of the day. I don't even know what's going to happen as soon as we have the
this
first
is
game.
the beginning, man. This is just the start, and I gotta say, I've been going to a few tournaments in Europe. This is one of the best by far with the crowd. The fans here are so passionate. You know, there's so many signs out there, so much enthusiasm, and I know that everyone at home as well, sitting at their computers, is feeling pretty much the same way.
And I had goosebumps. These guys up there, they are pumped, and of course we're going to get a couple of crowd shots later on as well. The audio is going to feed it into our stream too, so that you get all the reaction from the crowd that is live here at the venue. But, well, talking about the crowd, let's talk a little bit about the players that we have now in our first game.
Well, we've got our Terran player, Marine King. The lone Terran in this group of Zergs. We've got, it's almost a 1v3 ratio. Well, it is a 1v3 ratio. I've never been good at math on stream, but just looking at this bracket here, you can see we have Marine King up against Life, first of all, and on the other side of the bracket, we have Nestea versus DRG. There will be a Zerg in the final no matter what. Can Marine King actually overcome Life here? I think it's going to be pretty tough.
I'm not going to lie to you, that match is going to kill me. I'm looking so forward to Marine King versus Life. I mean, those guys, they played several times in online tournaments. They played also in Codes, and it's just crazy. I am so excited about this match. The last time that they met, Life took it with a 3-1 that was in the GSL, and now we have them again, and I am so sure that Marine King definitely has 1 or 2 aces up his sleeve.
Oh, he absolutely does. I think we're definitely see some proxy play, for example, maybe some sort of special Hellion build. But this is a match where we get to see Life, who is dominating right now, no matter where he is, no matter what tournament he's playing in, looks unbeatable against somebody who is really a big fan favorite and is the only Terran in the group. So I think no matter what, people are going to be pretty pumped for this match.
Yeah, they definitely will be. So at this point, I would actually expect Marine King to have a few strategies that he developed to beat Life. The last time that they played, I'm not quite sure if he really took Life that serious. Yes, you could see already in the Code S season that Life was really, really strong, but Marine King, he had very high ambitions for the season, so going into the best of 5 maybe. He didn't prepare as well as he wanted to.
Yeah.
Now he has a lot of material to work with. He has his own experience against his opponent. He saw, of course, all the matches that Life played in the past. And I would be very surprised if Marine King has not 1 or 2 sneaky strategies in his repertoire for today.
You know what's something that's really interesting to me is if Marine King advances and Nestea advances, we have a rematch from Open Season number 2 finals, where we had Boxer, quote-unquote, up against Nestea when Nestea was in his real prime. Nestea is making a big comeback right now, and that finals, I think, would be pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, back then, Marine King with his old idea. I loved how that changed.
Yeah.
I actually would have loved if he would just stuck with Foxer.
Yeah.
Everyone called him Fake Boxer after Slayer's Boxer entered StarCraft 2, and right now he's known as Marine King. And he kind of started this King thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have so many Kings right now, and Ghost King thankfully changed back to Beyond. But still, Marine King with this idea, I feel that's... I would have loved to see him as Foxer, but Marine King, that is a lot of style, and I think most people probably don't even know him as Foxer anymore.
Yeah, he is the king of Marines. He's the best Marine splitter out there, and he's going to have to show it today if he wants to be able to overcome his potentially multiple Zerg opponents here.
Yeah. And guys, one of the things that you should definitely do when you're watching the tournament right now, make sure that you tweet about it. I know that there was a lot of hype, but I feel that there was definitely not enough hype. So definitely make sure that you go on Twitter, go on Facebook, link the stream to everyone, tell people that you know a couple of the guys in the US. I think it's night in the US.
Yeah,
right
it's some late hour, but who cares? People
They're
need to
probably
wake up.
asleep. Wake them up.
You need
I
to
don't
call
really
them,
care.
give
Call
them a text
them.
message.
Yeah.
Make sure when you tweet about this, tweet at Iron Squid Gaming and also hashtag Iron, or no, it's just Squid2. Squid2 is the hashtag that people are using. So
Iron
it's
Squid
actually,
Gaming is the Twitter account.
yeah,
that they have.
Squid2 is a pretty cool hashtag. I like it. It sounds like a code word, man. We're gonna get the word out about Squid2.
Well, we have Todd actually in his boss outfit. He could want to be one of those security guys out of the Matrix. So if you guys need a code word and get past Todd, that's probably it. You should give it a go. But yeah, we're just waiting for the game to start because the players are already in the lobby. Cloud Kingdom is going to be our first map. You know what I found pretty cool when I came here? That they not only have their booths upstairs, but they have a separate room for each player
rooms,
here.
yeah. Every
It's
player
crazy.
literally has a room that is probably as big as your bedroom at home, maybe even bigger, where they have an entire setup of drinks they can access. It's really comfortable for them. Their coaches can come in and talk to them. You know, it's a very accessible setup. There's no sort of outside interferences. It's really, really cool.
You know what Todd actually said? I mean, they have a PC in there to train, and Todd said that he was trying to practice a couple of matches, and the biggest problem that he has is that the computers are way too fast. He was like, I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
That is way too good.
He said the internet was really good, and he said that it was the graphics and everything just flowed so well, he said he had to adjust.
Yeah. So these players have everything that they need to adjust. They have been flown to Paris a couple of days in advance, so there's no jet lag anymore. We met them the day that they arrived, and it was pretty late at night, so they could go straight to sleep, and most of them, as far as I know, slept really well.
Yeah.
So they're in the best shape ever that they could be and had time to prepare, had time to practice. We wake up early this morning, they have coffee and tea, everything is in their rooms, individual rooms here, and they are treated like kings, and
They certainly are, man. They deserve to be. They are the top 4 of the finalists here. Our countdown in the game on Cloud Kingdom is started. The map is up and loading. I am so ready for this, man. It's our Terran versus Zerg, Marine King versus Life.
Marine King versus Live. This is such an incredible game. We have so many Zergs here, and Marine King had to practice for one matchup only. And we're going to find out right now if he is able to take down his first opponent. It's not going to be easy. He faced Live several times. We talked about the Code S appearance. We're going to talk about the other matches later on as well. And now, this is, of course, a best of 5, so I hope that we are going the whole distance, that we see 5 games before we then later on go into our first DVZ with the 2 Zerg players that you saw being interviewed by Todd. And yeah, talking about our interview corner, I love this Jules Verne theme that they have going here.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You know, I mean, you got a squid, so what are you going to do? It's something like we're 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm really impressed with everything Iron Squid has set up here. The crowd, the players, the tournament, the orchestra.
Oh my God. That was really amazing. They practiced yesterday, and at first it kind of late the entire rehearsal a little bit, but then you just sit there, you sit in the theater, and you watch that, and it's just mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, man. I stood on stage that I was actually shaking. It wasn't just sarcasm or a joke or me exaggerating. I was actually shaking.
My palms started sweating, like, you have to go on stage now. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm going to topple and just fall into the audience.
I thought maybe when the crowd screamed I might go deaf. I was a little bit concerned. That's kind of important for my job, but this is a great atmosphere here. I am so happy.
Yep, I'm too. And we actually have like a little bit more time to talk. We have to relaunch the game, so as soon as that's done, we're going to start with match number 1 on Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah.
And talking about Cloud Kingdom, what do you expect Marine King to do? Because I can certainly see him start with the cheese build on one of those maps.
I absolutely agree. This is a map we've seen Marine King proxy a lot because of the size of the map. There's so many different locations where you could actually proxy. And it looks like the game is loaded, but we're going to remake it.
Yep.
So regardless of what I just said, I think a proxy on this map is definitely a possibility, a strong one. And this is something that Life may expect. He knows Marine King. He's a Korean player that's extremely famous. His builds are out there to study.
The one thing, every single time someone approached me and talked to me about the match, everyone thinks that Life is going to take it. Well, not everyone, but I think the odds are in his favor at this point. Because of the last best of 5 that they played, Life's success in the GSL, and just his performance that we've seen also in this Kodas season. So I actually feel if Marine King tries to stick with his standard style and doesn't do anything like a little bit uncharacteristic, Life is probably just going to kill him.
I think so, man. Marine King is definitely going to have to pull out something special here. Life and his Codes group showed nothing but constant aggression, very heavy pressure play. And I think part of that might have been because he wanted to go home early. He was a little bit bored. He also needed to practice for this tournament and get on a plane. But if you think about that, he didn't show very much late game in his Codes group. So that gives Marine King the feeling like maybe he's going to pressure, but at the same time he could just now sit back, relax, defend Marine King's heavy aggression, go into the late game, and kind of throw Marine King off a little bit.
Yeah. I feel really important in a series like this is to get into your opponent's head. This is what made Nesty actually get into this tournament. When he was playing against Parting, I don't know if you watched the series. If you haven't watched it, make sure that after today you're going to go back and you watch the VODs Parting against Nesty. It was an incredible series. It was not that long as you would have expected, but it went the full distance, 5 games. And I think the key in that series was that Nesty was able to get into Parting's head.
Yeah.
And he certainly got his number. And I feel this is exactly what Marine King has to do against Life.
needs to do this against Life. Life right now, mechanically, and his aggression, his micro, is just impossible to beat, it seems like. Nobody can stop this guy. He is the winner of the Blizzard Cup. He's won a GSL. He's won an MLG. This guy is on fire.
And Marine King, of course, he is thirsty for blood now. He wants another major tournament win, and he wants to prevail in this best-of-5 series, go on to the final, meet another Zerg player, and not only fight for the 3rd spot here. So he will definitely give his all, and I'm so pumped for the next game. And I actually think we have another rehost.
I know.
Unless Life is really sneaky. I mean, guys, Life has a special tactic. And he's playing Terran today. So we are going to see a mirror matchup. We have 2 Terrans.
2 Terrans I'm looking at in the
The
lobby right
StarCraft 2
now.
community is going to be so excited about that.
Yeah.
Another Terran player. They
I-
thought there was 3 Zergs and only 1. Now they have 2.
Life is actually like, no, I did on purpose. I've been training Terran. I've prepared for this matchup.
Marine King leaves and Life is like, okay, win. No. So we have another rehost, I think. A little bit, off to a shaky start, but that's...
Yeah, well, I heard the French crowd going pretty nuts over that Terran versus Terran loading screen.
Yeah, they were probably really happy.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if you saw it on stream, and there were a couple of pictures floating around Twitter, but we have these amazing lights in shape of a Zerg logo. You have the Protoss icon as well. No Protoss in the tournament, unfortunately. Party
Just
kind
for
of screwed
show,
up a little bit.
for the Protoss fans that are in the crowd, you know.
But it looks amazing.
It certainly
I really,
does.
really love it. It's these subtle details that we have here that really make this tournament so exceptional.
Just the venue itself
Yeah.
is so convenient. We're in a great location in Paris.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Our hotel is actually right on top of the venue, so all we have to do is take an elevator down. We're there.
Yeah, I forgot my mouse, and I'm like, so tragic. I guess I'll have to walk for about 3 to 5 minutes to go to my room and get it.
Well, you should probably mention that you were too lazy to
I
actually
was-
do it.
I was too
He was
lazy to
sitting
do
there
it.
and he's like, how much time do
I
we
didn't
have?
want-
And I'm like, well, we have a half an hour. You have all the time
I
in the
could
world.
probably do it 10 times, but, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't want to go
You
alone.
could probably do it during the loading screen right now.
Well, yeah, let's hope
Yeah.
this time it really works. Okay, we got Life as a Zerg, got Marine King as a Terran. The map is WCS, Cloud Kingdom, Ellie. Everything seems good here.
Yeah, and I think this time we're gonna really
I
start
hope
game
so,
number
man.
1 in the best of 5. It's about time. Our first Zerg versus a Terran. We're gonna see 2 of them in this tournament. No matter what happens, let's see if Marine King is able to make it to the finals and then face either DRG on ST, or if he actually loses to Life, one of the strongest Zerg that we currently have in Korea. And Life has been, I don't know, this guy, it feels like he doesn't care.
He just doesn't care, man. He just beats everybody. He's taking everybody's money. He's just got that smile on his face, you know, that goofy grin
Yep.
that we've come to love. The game is up.